Hey guys, Novus here and welcome back to From the Depths. So, just had some breakfast, had a quick sleep, and came back to this and thought, while I was having breakfast, I'll put a bit of paint on the vehicle. Whoops, I just jumped out of the vehicle. Yeah, just put a bit of paint on it along the sides there. Just so it looked a bit better, a bit less plain for now. Now, I also did one other thing, and that was just in front of where we sit, although it's hard to see. Yeah, I did set up an AI. You can tell because it's all red. It didn't work so great. Yeah, just quickly ran it, and it did not like it. It did not avoid missiles at all. It kind of just ran straight into missiles and immediately blew up. So, I also noticed when I was putting it in, we actually have access to 9 units of power, we need 10. So, I'm going to get rid of this, get rid of that, and put in general purpose processing. There we go. Alright, down here, I'm going to have a secondary lure box. Now this one, I already have the code here and ready. So, this one is by Mad One. I think I mentioned recently, but I'll mention it again. It was just recently updated. And you can find it up on the forums, in the lure coding section. And it's, yeah, really damn useful. So, just gotta quickly try and set it all up. Angle of escape is 90 degrees. I think that's all the settings I had to go through. Sorry if I was a bit quiet there, guys. I was just trying to make certain I didn't miss anything there. Alright, so I'll save that up as AI. That way it'll be sort of our AI-based wingman ship. Turn that off, and let's see how it does. So, white flares. Summon in a couple ships. Needs to be dodging those missiles. It appears to be trying to do so, at the very least. It's making a solid effort at doing so, although you got hit anyway. Now it does still need its shields. I haven't given it shielding yet. And that is a terrible place for it to be jumping into a fight. I mean, literally right next to them. Probably isn't the best place when they outnumber tremendously. So now I have an idea of where they're going to be. Try and put my fighter in a bit further away so it can have a chance to dodge. Having a second one would probably help, but yeah. Let's see how the one can do. Oh, I still also need to set up its... Okay, yeah, its torpedoes need to be set up so they won't fire at any targets over a certain altitude as well. That way it won't be wasting ammo launching its torpedoes needlessly. Doesn't appear like it wants to drop its flares. That took so long for it to launch its flares. Okay, hang on, destroy all vehicles. I need to also have a look over those. So, I'll keep working on this one and then I'll just rip the AI out and use that to replace our one as well, like the main one. That's meant to be manually controlled. Because as far as I'm aware... Oh, yeah, you can technically turn it off. But it wouldn't control the weapons anymore. That wouldn't be too big a deal. But yeah, probably still rip the code out for that. Okay, so... need to set up the torpedoes. And that's simple enough. It should just be a case of finding the like a weapon controller. Maximum altitude to engage would be probably set it to 5, because I guess anything that is kind of skimming over the surface of the water, torpedoes can jump up and hit them from underneath, so no reason not to have them at least trying to do that. And now do I want to... I probably want to set up a range for them as well. So these ones should be fine. It should be able to launch at pretty much any range. I don't know what the range would be on these yet. So let's just set a maximum range of about 1,000 meters. We should be able to cover that with these missiles, easy. And that way it'll shoot them once it's in range. Now, I need to go over... Okay, I need to go over these. So, hostile missile closer than 300 meters. I think I know what was going wrong, actually. Okay, I know what the problem was. Alright. Just trying to think of a good way to solve this. Don't like the idea of using this, but it might be the only real option, because I believe, yes, that's that. Okay. Alright, I know what I gotta do. So this is gonna have to get ripped off, and it should be painted red just in case it gets revealed anyway. And that's got to be done. Because we currently don't have any missile detection off to the right and left, and that would have been why it just got hit without even trying to dodge. But most importantly, without really launching its flares or anything like that. Okay, so save that up, turn it back on, should probably save it like that. Actually, no, just in case we need to work on it more, I'll keep it saved, not trying to fly itself around. Alright, so let's get that shot. It should be able to dodge incoming fire from any direction now. It has detection above, below, behind, left, right, and like ahead of it. It's not shielded yet, so that's horrifying. But it's just the missiles. Okay. I don't know if we actually did launch our flares. I didn't notice them. Nope. Alright, I don't know why we're not flaring sometimes. Well, we flared immediately that time at least. With shielding, this fight would be going a lot better for it, because we wouldn't be hitting these bullets from ahead. All of our missiles are currently targeting those things. They're not really the main threat. The main threat's these ones, because they can actually keep up to some degree. Alright, so if I was to throw a second one of ours in, it'll change the dynamics of this entire fight. Because the reason they... Oh, well, it actually... Okay, so turn itself back on anyway. Yeah, the only reason they're able to really bully it at the moment is because they outnumber it so heavily that it has to keep running from all of them. But the second this happens... Okay, alright. I might need to change the range slightly. I'll probably want it to be... probably about 700? 600 or 700. Okay, why didn't you try and dodge those? Come on, plane. Now you're gonna be doping off because you're damaged. Yeah, didn't even try to dodge those missiles from behind. It's set to 90 degrees escape, so trying to dodge, as far as I'm aware, it should turn itself to 90 degrees away. It should basically just attempt to escape. I don't know. Well, fair enough. It's still flying. They're pretty damaged though. Are they... yeah, no, they're not sharing resources at the moment. So that'll help that one out a bit. But I don't think it actually has any repair bots in it. So I don't think it can fix it anyway. Those are some lab guns. Okay, so the nose is gone on this one. Yeah, this one's still eating it. It does sort of appear to be doing what it's meant to be doing. Alright, so let's destroy all vehicles, and now let's test it sort of in more of a one-on-one. Yep, and pretty sure it's the Stinger. That's the one that's most able to keep up. Is it? No, it's not the Stinger. No, it's the Harpoon. That's the one. Yeah, this is the one that's most able to keep up, I found, as far as I'm aware. Okay, we kind of tried to dodge there, it looked like. We dropped our radar buoys and so forth. Okay, so now we're on an escape run. Thus the higher speeds, but it just ran headlong into those missiles. Oh, it's terrible. Okay, so it is not so great at dogfighting. I also need to change the missiles up. I think they need to be holding a little bit more fuel and set to ramp up by a much, much larger value at a time so they can just really launch themselves at the enemy. Because currently they're not doing so great. I think I also need to change the torpedoes back over to missiles. We kind of do seem to need them in these fights. Alright, so destroy all vehicles. Now, if we're controlling one of those... dang it. There we go. Alright, so... get inside. And I hate that it repositions you. Okay. Get rid of that. And now we're back in control. I'm gonna save one of these up. Actually, I really should be... I should be changing those torpedoes and that over. It's fine, I'll do it after. For now... I don't really even need to save it, I'll save it once I've done that. Okay, let's just see how we can sort of fight with it. Alright. I have a little more confidence in our ability to dodge. It does need more roll. Okay, I definitely feel like it needs more roll. Because rolling is something you never want to take a long time. We can pitch pretty well, but we can't roll. So we just ate it on the other side there, but I think I also need to set better flares up. I don't know. I'm not sure if they're running on flares or if they're running on more so radar based. We're down to one thruster though, so that's going to be throwing us off pretty hard. We can't even go out of the spin. Yeah. So without shields it can't really do much, but most importantly I it does appear to be that we've lost too much ability to actually, to maneuver in exchange for the higher speeds. Hefty price to pay. I did want to try and catch those raptors, but I forgot to mention I looked over them. Not catching those raptors. They last maybe a minute at most in the fight. I think it was because I was sort of letting like the enemy control it before, and that was why. Don't hit me. Yeah, so I think that was why I was able to keep fighting us before. But when I loaded one up on my team, it lasted maybe a minute at most at actual full speed. It does, however, move very quickly. Now, I didn't really want to do this. I kind of wanted to try and figure out myself, like, you know, there must be a way that it's actually pulling this off. No, it kind of isn't. It holds a lot more fuel than we do. As you can immediately see, it eats through it very quickly. Now this isn't it running at full speed. This is it running at full speed. It's damn quick, I'll give it that. But as you can see, its fuel will not last as long like that. Then you've got sort of what it seems to actually run at, which is probably about 0.4. And so that way it's a lot more efficient on its fuel. But then I'm guessing it, when it's escaping the enemy, it boosts itself up to full speed. And that's why we were struggling to catch it. It was kind of outrunning us because it's moving at 180 meters per second. And then, once it's managed to get away, to drop its speed back down. This was the idea I had with my thrusters. I was going to put heaps of fuel injectors on there and do exactly this. But I looked at how much fuel it uses to try and achieve this. As you can see, even still, we've already used like 80% of our fuel. The other one that we're currently running uses, like, it has less fuel and runs longer. So, I mean, it seems to be the superior way to do it. Just be more efficient with the fuel. We can't catch that thing, but say on me. I'm just glad it didn't turn out to be what I suspected it might have been. When I did go to bed, I woke up sort of thinking, hang on, I think I have a bad feeling and an idea as to how it may have been done. And I thought they may have actually had like a dead blade running down the center of the ship or something. It was the only thing I could think of. But no, it's actually just chewing through its fuel supplies. So this does appear to be the optimal setup for this ship. At the same time, it just really does need more maneuvering ability. So, pardon me. These wings are going to need to get more roll thrusters put into them. Pitch we're doing alright for, but I feel like we could actually achieve much more in the way of pitch. And see, pitching up, it's not too bad. It's just, yeah, it still feels like it needs a bit more. So I might put another pitch thruster behind there and run the same sort of, you know, multiple blocks along here of small thrusters. I reckon that'll help. It should do the job. So yeah, I think that'll probably be done in the next episode. But for now, that's yeah, pretty much it for this one. And I think it's kind of, yeah, it's giving me a few ideas as to where this thing still does need its improvements, but once it gets those, we should be fine. We should be able to start getting into fights. Actually making use of these weapons and so forth. It really does need these swapping back over though. And they kind of need setting up a little bit better. Actually, we've got 2 fuel tanks, so how are they running out so quick? Because they're not going all that quick. Whoops. That was my bad. Hang on. Design. Just let me look at it. There we go. Actually, yeah, no, it's ramping up pretty well. We should hang on, let me test those. 1 second. Just before we end the episode. Of course, it's the torpedoes. Torpedoes? Well, the torpedoes seem to go fine enough. I don't think they really matter. I'm more worried about my rear gun. It wasn't set up. That would matter because it actually uses the weapon groups to control the guns as the lure that this thing was running on. Whoops. That's my bad. Okay. So our rear gun should run now. But yeah, no, there's definitely a problem with ammo production. 1. We struggle to produce ammo. 2, and more importantly, these, they're going to need work. Alright, so that's going to need work. I'm going to need to put in shields, and I need to put in a bit more maneuverability thrust. And then I feel like this thing should be able to start dogfighting properly. So, yeah. Hopefully get that done in the next one. And then after that, it should be pretty much built. Should be pretty much ready to go. So, yeah. That's it for now. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one, guys.